Hi and welcome to the channel, and in this video we're going to take a Mark II Cosmic and polish the rim. Stay tuned. Hi and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to go through the process of actually trying to restore these Mark II Cosmic 5x10 alloys that I have. I've had these for quite some time. I painted them for my Rally Mini a few years ago. They weren't in the best condition, but just gave them a quick sand and a coat of paint. Painted them with anthracite rattle can, but the wheels should be black and should have a polished rim and the polished tops of the spokes as well. So I've never tried polishing a rim before. I've painted plenty of wheels, but never tried polishing one. So yeah, so I'll be learning as I go here. So we'll see whether this actually works or not. But first of all, we'll just have a look at the wheel itself. I'll drop you off the stand and we'll take a wee look at it. Okay, so here is the wheel. As I'm saying, it's a Mark II 5-inch wide, 10-inch Cosmic. They're quite light. They are alloy. They're not magnesium or anything, but they are still quite light wheel. Probably, I'm not exactly sure when, circa maybe late 60s, early 70s perhaps era. Maybe somebody knows better than me can drop a comment and let me know, but kind of wrong those years, that era. These are originals. There are a few different styles of them. Some have a more sharper end to the rim here. See, some are more beveled. You can get them at 6-inch as well, but yeah, these are the 5-inch ones. And like I said, I had these on my Rally Mini for a while, and did have them on the Traveller for a very short time, but decided to not use them anymore. But I would like to see what they look like properly done up. So like I said, they should be black, with the tops of the spokes polished and the rim itself polished. So yeah, I'm going to try to do that. But yeah, the first step to that is to paint them black. So I'm sure you've seen plenty of videos of wheels being painted black. So we're just going to bother with that step. And yeah, so the next thing is turn them black. Okay, so there's the wheel, repainted black inside and out, and the rear. So I just painted it with a tin of just generic satin black, I think it was. Just a couple of fairly light coats, but gave it a fairly nice finish there. So yeah, so the next thing to do will be to polish up this rim and the tops of the spokes and try a couple of different things. I did get a few of these little sanding stones and so on here for the end of the drill. So I've used these before and other things, so we'll try see what these are like. I do have some of these attachments again lying around the garage. We'll try them and see how they are, and as well as that, we'll just hit it with just the old sandpaper as well, and probably finish off with a bit of wet and dry as well. So because obviously a lot of these may end up scoring the rim. So yeah, let's give this a little try and see how it comes up. So I said I've never done this before, so I'll be learning as I film. Okay, so I've actually just off camera, I've given a quick go at this with a few of the different methods. I find them actually, maybe with these stones, are probably some of the best. They get into little grooves quite well, especially this one here, the nip. You can actually get in quite well into the groove of the rim. And I was saying, so I'm not sure if you really can see that very well, but it is starting to come up. You see here in this end, it's maybe a little bit on the scored side. And what I tried doing was actually hitting it with the wet and dry paper just in dry state, and it actually takes the scores out quite well. So I think what I'll do is I'll continue going around with the stones and just working at it slowly as we go around. It does take quite some time to get around there. Fortunately, there are a few layers of paint to get through over the years. The spokes I found are actually quite the hardest bits to get into, but they are coming up as well. So yeah, it might take a little while to do it, so I'll probably not film the whole thing, but we'll get stuck in and we'll film some of it, and yeah, we'll hopefully see what it is. But I think it will look quite well. I think once that's done, I think give the wheels a quick clean, and obviously I don't want this rusting, or it's all out so it's not going to rust, but tarnishing, so I'll probably give the whole wheel a clear lacquer as well, just to protect it. But yeah, I think it's actually going to come up quite well. See, these are probably never going to be on the Mini again, but be nice up on the wall, just as a bit of a garage display. So yeah, let's continue with it. Okay, so we're just going to start off with just giving this a light sand, just to maybe just to start off trying to get the paint off. I'm just going to start with a 60 grit. I'll just start a little piece off here. I'm just going to work my way slowly around this bit that hasn't been, just to try to take the beginning of the paint off. And there are a couple of layers here. These have been painted a number of times over the years. They've been the original. When they were first done up, they were that badly corroded that I just painted the top of the silver, and then I was painted with chrome paint and so on. So there's quite a lot of layers in this here. So if we can make a start with this here, get a key started, and then we'll come in with the little tools at a later date. So at least if we can get a good start done here. Yeah, it's actually working quite well there. So if I just try a little bit, this is just 1200 here at the minute, just because that actually was able to take, the 1200 is able to take the score side a little bit there. So I think maybe if we're working way down the different grades, it gets also lovely and smooth. So it's going to look fantastic when they're done, I think. Yeah, I think that's going to look quite good. Nice and smooth. Once they get working way right round, I'll have it really smooth all the way around. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. It's definitely working anyway. So we'll just take it step by step as we go around. So I'll keep working around this with the sandpaper, with a few different grades, just to try to get a bit of a key going here, and then I'll bring you back in again once I start with the drill and some of these little attachments. This is quite a good one here, I think, because that gets right into this groove that's around the edges of it here. So I'll bring you back in again once I get the first couple of coats of, or a couple of grades of sanding done. So yeah, bear with me and we'll see you shortly. Okay, so I've gone right around the entire outer edge of the wheel now using varying grades of sandpaper. I started out on a fairly coarse paper and worked my way through till I actually reached 1200, which is actually wet and dry, which I just used dry, and I got quite a good finish up. It's quite smooth. I didn't actually use any of the attachments for the drill here at all. I did trial a little bit on the spokes here. They are working quite well with the this little wire wheel attachment. It is taking the paint off. It's leaving a little bit of a coarse texture to it, but again, hitting it with some fairly coarse sandpaper and again working my way through, it should come back pretty smooth. Like, I'm not going to go for brand spanking new wheels here. I'm happy with a little bit of patina, and like I was saying, these wheels are probably never going to go back on the car because it's not the kind of era of look that I'm looking for on the Mini. It might go on a future Mini at some stage, you never know, but for the time being this is going to be up as part of the wall display in the garage here. Whether I do the other three Cosmics I have, we'll see, but it is quite a bit of work in doing this, but yeah, it's some nice work and it is coming up together. So I'll just go over a little bit more with the grinding disc or grinding wheel on the drill. Obviously just use eye protection for this. because it does throw up a lot of dirt from and paint from the spokes, and the odd time can be a little bit of sparking as well, so better protect your eyes. So once you get all of that done, and you get the spokes smooth as the outer rim is, then I'll come back with the metal polish. I use a solid glue metal polish, which I like. Give the whole wheel a good polish, and yeah, I might even clean the insides as well and have it looking as well as possible for the wall display. So basically all I'm doing is I'm running this lightly over here. It is getting a bit of a rough texture to it, but once I go over with the different crystalline papers, it's coming out quite well, and it is putting quite a nice patina on the wheel as well. So just going at a low speed and not going too hard on it. Okay, so I've gone over the entire face of the wheel with the wire brush attachment to the drill, and I don't actually think I'm going to need to use the little stones, as it's come up really well. I'm not sure if you can see that there, but if it's really coming up, but it's came up really well. There are some little marks, as you can see there. I'm happy enough with a little bit of patina on the wheel, but what I will do is use some of the sandpaper here, just go through the different grades. I'll just give it a light sand, and to be honest, I'm quite happy with the finish. Then if I can just take some of the little marks out from the wheel, get a little bit smoother, and I think we can nearly call that a day, and give the wheel a polish. I may not even need to clear lacquer it, but because the wheel isn't going to be on the car, out in the elements, I think it'll probably be okay as it is. But yeah, very happy with the wheel. So I might just give the back of it where it's got damage sitting on, maybe on the filings and so on there in the back. It's got a little bit scored again, but maybe give that a quick tidy up as well. But yeah, this is coming together really well. So I'll hit it with the sandpaper, and the next you'll see will just be the wheel finished. So there you have it, a home-brewed alloy wheel polished rim refurbishment. This is something I've never done before. There's probably so many ways of doing this a lot easier in your home garage, but I just used whatever tools I had lying around, and yeah, I think the finish came up really well, which hopefully you'll see in the little montage at the end of this video. So I'm very happy with these. Like I said, it was a few evenings work. Just when I had the time, I came out and did a little bit more. So maybe I can do the other 3 rims that I have to make a set. It'd be amazing to have the 4 alloys back to the way they would have been back in the 70s when these were new. They're no means perfect. There is a lot of patina in them. There's some marks and things, which again, I like that. I like a little bit of patina in my, in the car. I don't like the car to be 100% concourse. I like to be able to get out and use the car. So if these ever do go onto a car, they'll be great. So yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you did, remember, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, I would love it if you'd subscribe. I'd love to see my subscribe numbers going up. And yeah, please put a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I've done here, or even if you've done anything yourself, or any recommendations maybe for speeding the process up would be great to hear as well. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.